And I have the wrong monitor. Here's the video.
Stage here.
Yeah.
This is not a huge concert. Just so everyone understands.
Coldplay
This is at
concert.
Boston. Yeah, this is a massive concert. There's 70,000 people here.
All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
By the way, this fucking chick, mark my words, she works there too, and she knows about the affair.
I bet.
She
I
does
bet
work
she
there.
does.
That's what come out.
Look at her face. She knows. She knows. I was like, okay, so I had a feeling.
Apparently, she's another coworker. I mean, this is all confirmed through like internet research, so bear with me a little bit. But from what I had read, the latest update was that this girl, who's super embarrassed, works there and was recently promoted by the woman who is an HR executive at the company where this guy is a CEO. And I just find this to be like, is there like poetic justice to it? Apparently, so really,
There
you
is.
don't know.
Just so we're clear, they're all married.
Yeah, they're both married
she's
to other
cheating and
people.
he's cheating.
Yes. And this Jumbotron pans to them during this concert. He drops to the ground. She just like turns around. They're both hiding. I love that the lead singer is like, are you having an affair or are you just shy? And then the internet is like, confirmed. It's an affair. I mean, also the other thing that I saw was apparently his wife had her like, first maiden name and then her married last name on Facebook, and she's taken off the married last name. So
I saw that.
went viral.
Yeah.
This concert was like last night. I mean, within 4 hours, these people had been identified.
Wow.
What's so savage about it is like, first of all, I feel really bad for his wife and her husband.
Yeah.
But like,
for sure.
if we peel back the layers of the onion here, first of all, we have a CEO sleeping with an employee.
Yep.
Huge issue. Huge. Yep. If like hourly employees are banging, whatever, you're the CEO of the company. Let me tell you what's going to happen. This woman who he had an affair with, they're going to break up. Okay. And then she's going to sue him and win. That's what's going to happen. This is like, I went through this at my company. Our co-CEO was sleeping with an hourly wagee, and he got busted. And like, he had like 30% of the company, and the company was worth about $600 million when this happened. And he was banging some like 20-year-old girl, and he was in his 40s. Listen to this. Okay. My boss, okay, I was right underneath the CEO. I was CMO. The CEO, the co-CEO was his brother. They were both married to sisters.
Oh, no.
So when his brother banged an employee, he cheated on the CEO's sister-in-law, basically. And then obviously, like, that's that puts the brother in a horrible situation. First of all, if you're the CEO doing this, you're fired anyway. You're done. Like, if they have a board of directors, you're done. But like, of course, after this woman was fired, she sued him and won. Of course. Because they're like, well, I was just an innocent bystander I was in love and now I lost my job. That's crazy. That's not. So, by the way, also, thanks to Original Chase, who subscribed with Prime, and Samurai Jake, who subscribed with Prime, and Sneaky Pete, also subscribed with Prime. Like, this is bad. Like, this guy is going to be gone from the company by the end of the week.
For sure, but stuff like this is just a testament that if you're doing some shady things, it will get exposed to some capacity. Don't think that you're immune. The same thing with like these serial killers and stuff. Like, you just gotta, if you're doing something bad in secret, you're gonna pay for it.
Unless you're BTK.
This isn't even really in secret. Like, that's sort of what, like, I feel.
Everyone at work obviously knew.
Well, yeah,
and they're comfortable enough to be like, well, we'll go to a huge concert. Like, it's not, I mean, it's wrong no matter what if they're parading it publicly or if they're hiding it.
Right.
Cheat, but like, in this case, they're like, okay, we'll go on a date, bring this other girl from our company, and like, that must be awful.
Well,
I wasn't going to get a statement that it's like, oh, actually, they're all separated from their spouses. And
they weren't.
Different.
Yeah, they weren't.
They weren't. But this stuff does. I mean, they're fairly private citizens. This stuff does get memory hold. Let's never forget that Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez were an affair initially.
Right.
Yep.
Now we're like, oh, look at their wedding, and people are celebrating what a power couple they are. I mean,
Not me. I mean, I'll never forget. Like, I always told this to my friends. Like, look, when you're in high school and you cheat, it's whatever. Like, I know, Melonie, it's not okay. Baby Jesus Christ.
it's
But I'm
different when
saying,
you're married for
when
sure.
you're in high school, like, I used to date around a lot. And you would, like, basically start dating the new girl before, and then you'd break up with the old girl. That was not uncommon. That's not what this is. This is a 60-year-old man, 50s probably, and another 50-year-old. By the way, it looks like this guy, while he's got his arms around it, he's got 2 scoops of grape nuts right there. There are people in the replies that were like, oh, that's just his work wife, and they're blowing off some steam.
Oh,
I've got another story about work wives too, but like,
that's bad too, dude. Stop with this work wife, work
Yeah.
husband. Oh,
I've told you guys a story about that, right? Like,
No.
I had a work wife that I didn't even know about,
oh,
and I couldn't figure out, like, I would always go out to lunch because actually while I was working there, I was doing my YouTube channel. So I would go into my car at lunch and do like videos, or I would go home for lunch and do like videos. It's like I didn't quit my IRL job until I was making very, very good money on YouTube. You know, I didn't take the plunge early because I had a job. My salary at that place was like $100,000 plus bonus. So I was like, that's stupid.
Right.
I'm not going to
You
quit for
liked
stupid
it,
YouTube
though.
videos. And I liked it. Yeah. There was only 3 guys that worked there, and there was 96 women. So it was not like when I could leave, I was happy to leave because you can only fix the flipping water bottle so many times. Jeremy, the water bottle's out. Jeremy, there's a spider on my desk. I'm like, I'm not getting laid by any of you. You guys deal with it. But I found out.
That's what I know about Jeremy.
What's that?
That you always dealt with it. That's what I know about you.
That's true. I did. But so then I go, so what ends up happening is our company gets acquired and they only keep like a handful of people. One of the people that kept was me, but they laid off my whole department. So then I said, well, now's probably just a good time to take the severance because there was like a 3-month severance pay. And they were only going to keep me on for like 2 months to teach them everything I knew about the marketing and stuff. And I was like, nah, I'll just get fired. That's cool. I've never been fired before. So I took the severance, and then we had a party after, and all the people that got laid off from my department, and this, for whatever reason, this girl who had just had a kid, she couldn't come. So then I was like, you know, all these girls are like, oh, it's finally we get to have lunch with the mythical Jeremy. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, could ask me to go lunch anytime you want. Like, I went out to lunch every day by myself for the most part. Or this chick would be like, hey, you want to go to whatever? Mm-hmm. Turns out she was like getting mad at the other girls there if like we would go out to lunch. Or like, I guess I'm so like, I saw none of it. I had no idea, you know what I mean? Like,
because your intentions weren't there. You're just
no,
like,
I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, all these other people are always ordering in lunch. I was always like, I'm not going to pay somebody to deliver food. I'm going to go on the clock and go eat somewhere. And like, so I guess, yeah, they're like, you didn't know? She used to get so mad if we would, like, sometimes I would go out with the other girls. Like, we'd go to the salad bar at the grocery store and like do salads. And then apparently she would.
Jeremy has always been one of the girls. He's going with the girls.
I know, yeah.
The corporate job.
Well, I was trying to get healthy when I worked there. I was like doing the Fitbit thing. So then I was like,
salads, Jeremy. I understand.
Yeah, and so I had no flipping idea. By the way, this woman had 3 kids, and like she was, I guess, very possessive, and I had no idea. Maybe if I was like single, I would have picked up on it, but like I wasn't into it. I wasn't. You know. I was just like, why does this chick always want to go out to lunch with me? I guess like, but yeah. Anyway, work wives are not a thing, and it's cheating. Like if you are.
it is.
It's not even it's like a funny joke that people who cheat on their wives or husbands tell. Like it's emotional cheating.
It is.
It's a different kind, you know. That's why like whenever I go out to lunch with the women in the office, many of them were much older than me. And like I would always be like, let's go as a group. I was cognizant of that. Like I was like, well, I'm not going to go out like have a lunch with one girl at like a Mexican restaurant. That's weird, you know? So I'd always be like, oh, why don't so-and-so come? And then they would never come. Well, now I knew why. Because she was like weird and like, I don't know. Anyway, lady, if you're out there.
Because it's like lurking behind your back. Like you didn't do anything to bring it on. But like.
Oh, I exploded because we were having our farewell dinner at a Mexican restaurant and we were all having margaritas. So I had like 4 of them by now. So I was like, that psycho bitch. Like, she just took out my internet. Yeah.
Yep, she did.
Yeah, I had no idea. I was like, nobody told me for 2 years. I'm like, first of all, you guys all know I'm married. And second of all, let's be honest, I wouldn't have picked her if I was going to have an office affair. Like, it was so weird.
I think the I'm married thing first before the second thing.
Well, right. Yeah. AJ Croc also subscribed on Twitch with Prime. Very cool. Thank you. Yeah, so that was my random work wife story. But apparently she must have had some emotional attachment to me then. Otherwise, why would she get like weird about it? You know, like.
Yeah.
So anyway, work wives are bad.